As lighting designers, there's just too much to learn. Now, the role of lighting designer has become so important. You know, it affects biology, it affects any living creatures, habitats, and now I have to be responsible for the life and death of indoor garden. Yeah, which was quite intimidating. And the question kept coming up: Are you sure they will be alive? I said, I don't know. Let's try. Although we try to make sure that the balance, what the plants need and what the people need is in a careful balance. But of course, with this intent, we have to confront it and really bring the energy as low as possible in a most cost-effective and energy-effective way. And they were very happy when the plants and trees stayed alive.
Yah Li, welcome.
Hi.
Tell me a little bit about who is Yah Li for those people who don't know you, yeah, what you do in your daily life in terms of your practice and lighting design.
Okay. Hi, I'm Yah Li. I'm the founder of Light Collab, so I'm a lighting designer. Yes.
So you're based in Singapore, and you're also women in lighting, certified lighting designer, all these kind of things?
Yes, I have been leading a very busy life, so I'm the IALD coordinator for Southeast Asia. I'm also the part of the commissioning board for certified lighting designer, and also I'm the IALD awards chair for this year and next year as well. Yeah.
See, you're an important person. We're lighting royalty. Those are people that we interview. Now, listen, I'm not sure whether this is your first time to Guangzhou or not. If it is, I would love to hear your impression. If it's not, maybe you can compare it to, I'm pretty sure you've been to Frankfurt, Light and Build, how that compared. We're talking about East and West in our event this morning. So it's good to get a bit of feedback from you, how you see Guangzhou versus Frankfurt, or your general impression.
Yes, I've been to Guangzhou Lighting Fair 3 times and quite a few times to Frankfurt as well. I've been to the last one in Frankfurt. And I think Frankfurt was a little bit quiet at that time. But Guangzhou, for me, has always been quite fascinating. I mean, the products here are quite different, things are different. Generally, I'm on a discovery of discovering brands that I have never seen before, or things that I have not seen before. Yeah, but basically they are pretty different. Yeah.
But generally, my impression, I don't know whether you can agree with that, but I feel that the quality over the years of what is being presented here has really come up quite a bit, right?
Yes, I'm quite surprised by, I didn't realize that there's so many conference or forums happening, every day. I was like, oh my goodness, I have missed quite a fair bit here. Yes, but I think the setup and everything was really amazing. The skill is quite different. Yeah, the audience here, they are, wow, I saw like quite a number of people turn up, and they're quite receptive. Yeah, and they want to find out more. Yeah.
Now you're here or you're here because you took part in our event this morning, East meets West. And you talked about a topic about light, health and well-being, in which you shared 2 projects. And I just want to make a quick remark. Your first project that you shared, I did the design in 2008.
Oh, really?
I saw pictures, I recognize that. So I think you did a lovely job with the renovation. But tell us a little bit about your experience, what you discussed and what you shared with the team.
Well, okay, yes. So the building is like 38, 39 years old. Yeah, I think it has undergone numerous interventions. And then I think because of the other hotel, which is the Park Royal Collection at Upper Pickering, where they have a lot of lush outdoor landscape.
Yeah.
So they wanted to implement landscape indoors. So it has nothing to do with the 2008 edition, but
No, it's totally different. That was
Yeah.
actually the first time we did an LED, you know, the colored steps and things like that. It was like
Yes.
something they wanted because it was also new and all
Yes.
that. I'm
Yeah.
glad you got rid of it.
Actually, they did quite a major facelift, and I think, I think the whole renovation was the move, you know, to rebrand the Park Royal collection into a sustainable brand. So they brought the trees in, the indoor garden story came about, and to be honest, when we got the project, we were quite surprised because if we actually hear about, you know, plants, it's like, oh, we are dealing with live plants, nature, and we usually do not deal with the world of grow lights and, you know, plants and horticulture lighting. So the first instinct would have been like, okay, let's run away from this, but it's just too an important space for us to run away from that. So we had to start a whole research trying to understand that. And it was interesting because, I mean, as lighting designers, there's just too much to learn. Now, the role of lighting designer has become so important. You know, it affects biology, it affects any living creatures, habitats, and now I have to be responsible for the life and death of indoor garden. Yeah, which was quite intimidating. And the question kept coming up: are you sure they will be alive? I said, I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, so it was quite interesting that I mean, everyone was very excited, but I think the cost of implementing was very high. Although we tried to make sure that, you know, the balance, what the plants need and what the people need is in a careful balance. But the problem is that the cost of the setup, like the lighting fixtures, the cost was just too much. And the energy for me, it doesn't really make sense. But of course, with this intent, we have to confront it and really bring the energy as low as possible in a most cost-effective and energy-effective way. Yeah, so we came out and evaluate some cases for the client so that they understood that yes, the fixtures might be more expensive, but we are reducing the number of fixtures needed and everything is controlled, and they bite the bullet, and it was great, and they were very happy when the plants and trees stayed alive. Yeah.
Well, what I saw, it looks really nice, so I have to make a point and go and visit it when I'm back in Singapore. Yeah, so was there anything that stood out for you in all the presentations? Sometimes, oh, that really rings a bell with me.
Wow, I think everyone's presentation, there's always something to take away, or, you know, something that we have long forgotten, or something that has been at the back of mind now resurfaced. Like things that we did not really confront, and, you know, other countries are still facing certain issues, very fundamental issues, and yeah, it keeps thinking, you know, makes me think like my role as a lighting designer, like how can I be better? How can I, you know, avoid trespass, and, you know, to do a better job. And yeah, lighting design is like it's very important. We are like superheroes, you know. Trying to save the world.
No, but I mean, you are sharing, others are sharing, and I think that exchange benefits everybody, not only the ones listening, but also the ones sharing.
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, I'm learning so much. Just
glad
by,
to hear that.
Yes,
now,
nice.
talking about sharing, our virtual lighting design community, you have been one of the early presenters in season 1. Thank you for that. It's still a very young community, and we're trying to get the feedback from the lighting industry and the stakeholders in lighting. It's not just, I mean, it was started by lighting designers, but it's much bigger than that. We're trying to reach out to all the stakeholders in the lighting industry, including IALD, by the way, the IES and all this, because there is a place to collaborate and to have a community where we can reach out and talk to each other. Being now 1-2 years into this, the virtual lighting design community, what's your feedback? What is your experience so far?
To be honest, I haven't really been entering the platform to watch more than I should, okay,
Yes.
but I always see a lot of interesting content coming up. So this is really, I mean, we really have to applaud you and the team for really putting so much effort and passion, you know, into creating a platform for, you know, so many people, passionate people to share, you know, and to drive this. I think one, like just early on, like saying like all the wellness, all these things, I think maybe, yeah, maybe we need to tie up with not just lighting designers. I think lighting designers we do know, but I mean, we can reach out to like interior designers and architects because I think they probably need more education.
You're hitting the nail on the head, because that's one of the things we're trying to do in season 2. Like we have a topic about night sky, so we're trying to get people that are involved, that are not lighting designers, but they're involved in these kind of things. Same for well-being and all that. Even talk about the future, we will get back to that later, but we've got architects, we have an architect who's going to talk about what the impact is of let's say, the metaverse or the artificial future to our profession. So yeah, you're totally right. We need to be more inclusive for people that are outside the light design. That is what we're striving for. It's easier said than done sometimes, but
I understand.
yeah, absolutely. Yes. Now, a few personal questions. First of all, what drives Yah Li out of bed every morning? What's the passion that gets you out of bed?
Chasing deadlines, meeting deadlines.
Yeah.
Okay, I think, okay, that aside, I think...
But that's not a passion, a deadline is not a passion,
that's
right?
a need. That's an immediate need. I think yourself as well. I think we want to create a change. And I think one of the important reasons that I'm still doing so many things is because I really hope that people will really appreciate the value of lighting. So I also feel like the awareness should start way earlier, and I think it's nurturing, you know, the next generation, you know, the building the future, casting the seeds is quite important. And I do have some young designers who decided to leave the industry just because they said maybe they want to become interior designers or try something else. And I feel like the profession, you know, needs to gain that awareness to reach the certain respect that we should be getting. And I hope that, you know, our status will be elevated.
Right. I believe you're a mentor as well, right?
Yeah.
So that, to me, we're both mentor in this Silhouette Awards program, which is also very gratifying because you talk to people, you're mentoring people with your experience. I've been in the lighting industry slightly longer than you, but still the knowledge that you carry with you and that you can share with people that are still searching and looking for direction, I think is super gratifying, and just doing that sometimes gives a lot of satisfaction.
Yes, and I think doing that as well, like listening to the voice from the other side and from different people, you suddenly have to be very grateful of your own experience because you do get a lot from it, while some people might never had that chance to go through what you go through. So that is also a very interesting experience for me.
Absolutely, I can imagine. Now, the other question I would like to ask you, if there's something you could change, if you had a magic wand, besides waving away the deadlines, what would it be? What would you love to change in our industry?
Wow, unlimited budget. No, I'm just joking.
Go into the metaverse. You go into the metaverse, you can design at no cost. There's no cost involved.
What can I change? I think I hope that people will become more educated probably about and more aware of the importance of lighting design, and probably give us enough budget to do decent things. I think that's important.
It's true that very often we're limited by budget. We have this vision, and then we realize you only have this budget.
Yeah.
So trying to find the bridge between this budget and this vision
Yes.
can be quite daunting sometimes.
And every other people, they're imposing on challenges to us, like whether it's the energy, whatever, you know. But I think this needs to take on holistically with the project team, you know, from the drawing board from the beginning. Yeah. It's not a problem that lighting design can solve everything at one go. Yeah.
Now, finally, we're entering a phase in our industry, in the lighting industry, where we get smart lighting fixtures, we get artificial intelligence, we are starting to find ChatGPT and all kinds of things. The question now is like, how is it going to affect our work as a lighting designer? Do you see any impact already? Are you going to use it or reject it, or what? How do you see that?
To be honest, I have not tried it. I saw a lot of examples by my peers. I'm actually quite amazed. I saw some demos online how that could affect, and honestly, I'm quite excited to try out. But I'm not sure whether it will work because I mean, technology. There's so much technology can do. But in the end, you know, it's the arts that we are, I mean, art and science coming together. I'm not sure whether we can beat AI, you know, but there is still a certain level of crafting that we need to do. Yeah, we cannot expect AI to 100% complete it. But I mean, I will be very excited if I have to do like a presentation in Chinese, and maybe ChatGPT might help me.
Well,
that might be good. That might be good.
Yeah,
That might be good. That might be good.
Yah Li, thank you so much for
Thank
sharing your
you.
insights, and
Thank
thank you for
you.
contributing to this
Thank
program.
you very much
Thank you
for
very
this
much.
opportunity.
My pleasure.